Hey guys, it's Sprout here. Welcome back to the channel to another Lost Light video. Please like the video if you can. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. In this video, I'm going to be going through a long list of 12 things that I think either need added or removed or changed or whatever from Lost Light to make the game better. Obviously, there's a new update coming on the 29th. They're wiping everything, they're adding a couple of things. I would like to see some of these things in it, but we don't know till it comes. And some of the things I think they need to focus on more than others. But we'll get to that in a moment. So then, let's get into this video. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. Right, so then guys, this list is in no particular order. It's just the way it came out of my head and I wrote it down. So number one's going to have to be first person perspective, as I think this game itself will be a lot more challenging, a lot more immersive with a first person perspective. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place rather than bringing it out in third person, but it's been a long time coming. Everybody in their granny's asking for it, you know what I mean? It needs to be out of the game. I know it is coming, I just don't know when. They won't, like, obviously they will not tell us now, but they didn't tell us when I did ask. They just said it's in development, is the word they said, but you know, you don't know when it's coming really. Hopefully it comes on the 29th. It could be one of the big reveals that they haven't done yet, but I don't know. I just wish they would just add it already. You know, we're going to add it on such and such date. It's coming. It needs to be out of the game. Do it, please. Right, next thing, guys. It's a bit of a touchy subject, this, which is trios and squads. Now, I think it should be out of the game as certain modes. However, I don't feel that you should be able to revive 3 people on solo, then suddenly you're in a squad. I think that's a bit overkill. But actually have a trio, you know, squad or a trio, a 4-person squad on a map against other 4 people, other trios, you know what I mean? I think that'll be a bit of a game changer, a bit more skill involved, a bit more teamwork, and, you know, sharing out the loot and stuff, because you know how much loot you can find in one match. It'd be nice to share it within 4 people and not have to be on a Discord server with them, you know, saying, I'm the guy on your left, guys, don't shoot us, you know what I mean? We're all on a solo match here together. It's a bit ridiculous. But yes, I think they should add it at least. And this sort of ties into one of the other things on this list, which I will get to, but it's actually the next thing on this list, actually. So yes, the next thing on this list is a massive long map or maps. Now, as you know, Windswept Harbour is currently the biggest map on the game. It takes about 35 minutes to do a full match. I'm talking bigger than this. I'm talking hour-long matches, you know what I mean, where you can stay on for a full hour if you want. The map is that big, so many places to loot, you know what I mean, lots of watchers walking around, lots of spawn points, several, you know, 5 or 6 different escape points. Give it a massive open-world map that we can just spend a full hour on, just having fun, running out of ammo, you know, having to scavenge for ammo, the thirst and the hunger and the energy and stuff getting low because you've been on it that long. Something that actually pushes you to survive, as opposed to, well, if I really need to, I can run to the escape point in 2 minutes. It'll only take us 2 minutes to get there if I get into trouble, which is what the current large maps are. I would love a massive map, especially this would fit squads or trios, you know, a bigger map, more loot, more ground to cover, more of a challenge. I think the next stage on the maps is a bigger one, bigger than Windswept Harbour. Not just changing the map, making it a lot bigger. Something like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times as big as Windswept Harbour. I know it's going to be a massive update for some people with the lower end phones, which is unfortunate, but I think it could be like an optional download, you know what I mean? You don't have to download the map, but you can if you want to play on it. I think it would be a good addition to the game. Right guys, next I want to see more customization on guns. Now currently, you've got either an unmodded gun, or you spend all your money modding it. There's not really that much difference in the attachments from gun to gun. You'll buy the most expensive ones because they're the best. I would love to see a bit more variance in the way you can put mods on, or, you know, you want to put 3 laser sights on, go ahead, why not? Increase the accuracy massively, or put a, you know, 50-round magazine on a pistol, something daft like that. Like, I can put this, if I tweak this a bit, I can put this massive mag on me PP19, something like that, something like a universal mod you can find on the ground. It'll go on any gun you want. You can put this, you know, big magazine or this reel or this suppressor on any gun you want whatsoever. More customization in the guns I want to see. I want to see actual, you know, instead of like, oh, I'll go live, I'll do, you know, subscriber loadouts, but you can't actually differentiate the loadout much from everybody else because there's not that much mods you can put on one gun. So I would love to see a lot more customization options added to all the guns, or even newer guns, you know what I mean? Right guys, if you've been following the game since closed beta like I have, you may remember in the lead up to the soft launch, when it first launched in, you know, Australia, New Zealand, they kept teasing a ranked mode called Last Man Standing or something like that. It's on the Discord, the official Discord, way up in the announcements. You'll have to scroll back to, I don't know, March or something to see it. But the tease this was coming with the soft launch and it never did. Now, I would love to see it actually added to the game, you know, to actually give with some sort of like different mode to play, if anything. An actual, I don't want it to be a battle royale. I hope it's nothing like that, you know, like a battle royale rank mode. That would just be no thank you. But I want to see it out of the game because they promised it was coming and it never did. So they've hinted at it 0 times after that. They've never mentioned it. It's just sort of like a forgotten announcement that they've just left away in the distance. And we've still got the ranks or the leaderboard or whatever it's called on the table next to the black market with the locked feature. I'd just love to see it actually be implemented into the game in some way so we can check it out and play it. Well guys, if you've been with this channel since I was playing Badlanders, good on you, you're still here. But if you remember, I used to always use the first aid capsule for the self-revive while playing solo, which came in so handy. Now I'm not saying there should be readily available like that on Badlanders, but maybe it's a craftable one that costs a lot to actually craft, or you know, it's extremely rare to find, like a capsule you can put in your safe slot that gives you a self-revive option in a match. Maybe it's a one use only, it disappears after you use it, you know, something like that. And these times when you've managed to get into an all bot game and you think, great, there's no players in here, I can get all the loot possible, and then a commander comes and shoots you in the face from miles away and you've lost absolutely everything you've just worked so hard for. It'd be nice to have that little like get out of jail free card, you know, a self-revive. I'm not saying this should be in the game. It could be a game-breaking thing, you know, you just knock someone miles away and then they'll self-revive themselves, come kill you. It could be a game-breaking thing, but it could be interesting, even if it's extremely rare, to add it to the game, just to give that edge, especially if you are farming and you know, you've put a lot of effort into it, especially for people who don't play very often, you know. It could be something interesting to just add in there. Just my thoughts anyway. I'd love to know your thoughts on this self-revive idea in the comments. So guys, currently you know you can go into a game, you can run around for a bit, a bot takes a couple of shots at you, it doesn't matter if you're in G3, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 6A or 6S armor, a couple of shots, all the durability is gone. I think they need to really think about how armor affects everything when you've got it on, you know, like penetration, protection and stuff, because as soon as you have a fight with a bot, you haven't took it out with your sniper rifle, whatever, it just becomes like a cosmetic. It doesn't have any durability left, and it's just a bit useless. I like to think of the armor on this game as protection for your first firefight. After that, it's completely useless. I think they need to rethink how much the durability drops when you get shot, or maybe it's the overall durability altogether. And I think repairing, especially, you know, if you repair a little bit or you repair a lot, the durability goes down far too much. You probably get about, I don't know, 7 or 8 wears out of a Tier 6 armor, costs you $500,000. It's just a bit stupid. The armor needs a proper revamp, a rethinking of how it works, how all the mechanics around it works, just to make it a bit better, a bit more durable, to last longer in matches, as opposed to just being obsolete after you get shot for the first time. Right, this next one, guys, I'm seeing better loot rooms. Obviously, you've got garage, you've got gas station, you've got buried shelter. Usually quite worth the effort to use the key, to buy the key or whatever, craft it to get inside of. Usually you get a drone or a Bitcoin, you know, it's actually worth it. But I'm talking about these ones on Windswept Harbour where you've got like 6,000 different keys for different doors. You open the door and it's got absolutely nothing in it. and then you open it in the next game, the same door, it's got absolutely nothing in it, and then again, absolutely nothing in it, or it's got a med kit in or something. These other rooms need a bit of a buff, because before, obviously, the UK server launched and I had the AU account, I'd literally just sold any key I found that wasn't buried shelter, gas station, or the garage. That's the only ones I ever used, because the rest of them, even some of the lockboxes, were completely useless. The cost of the key, or the cost of crafting the key versus what you would get in the chest or get in the room, was absolutely ridiculous. So if they buff the loot rooms a bit, more people will be needing a key ring as opposed to just carrying one key with them to the map, you know what I mean? I'm only going to one certain place, why I carry all these different keys with us, and it'll just add a bit more diversity instead of everybody rushing to gas station because that's where all the best loot is. What happens if some of the best loot is in room 103 or 203 or, you know, the underground places and blah blah, just other places where nobody ever goes because you don't find anything? They need to buff these rooms up to make it worth the effort, rather than, you know, there's 2 dots on the map where you should go and then escape, as opposed to actually exploring the whole map and getting the full feel for the game. Right guys, this was something that was hinted before the closed beta test, the original one even started, which was a customizable hideout. Now I know you can upgrade your workbench, you can upgrade your storage and stuff, and the graphic of the actual place does change, but it did say customizable hideout somewhere. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it did mention it. Now I would love to have, you know, cosmetics to change the hideout to just be a nicer place. Instead of being like, oh, I'm stuck in a subway, everybody else got the exact same room. I would love to be able to like put, you know, like the achievements you get for killing bots or escaping, like a trophy on one of the tables or something like that, you know, just to add a little bit of like character to this hideout you're in. You know, you're escaping the apocalypse or the government conspiracies and stuff, you're hiding out underground. You'd think you would like bring some comfort in, like maybe just put a chair to sit on. You know, it sounds daft, but just to sit on for no reason, but to have it there. A bit more customization in the hideout, even wallpaper or changing the lighting, or, you know, like some sort of stuffed animal on the wall, you know, something like that, you know, just to make it a bit more interesting than just the same thing every time you're waiting on a new match to start. This next one sort of ties in with the last one, which is customizable guns and character skins. Now, I don't want some ridiculous anime hairstyle or something like PUBG, or like a bunny suit or something daft like that. I'm talking about just different camos. You know, think Warzone. Maybe it's not the ridiculous ones, but like different camos for the guns, you know, different camos for what you've got on. Instead of looking exactly the same as everybody else, bring in the female character that was teased. Can't be that hard to add a female character at the game, surely. You know, it's just a model. You just change the model. Can't be hard to just give with the stuff that we want. We've got the cosmetic warehouse next to the storage cupboard. They're locked. Just add it already. You know that they can't really support that game because they've got no microtransactions at the moment. If they added a cosmetic, give her a battle pass or, you know, one-off buy the suit sort of things, they would start to make a bit of money for the game. They'll be able to advertise it, more players would come to it, and you'll be able to look good on the battlefield. Not saying that's an important step in the development of the game, but a bit diversity and then everybody looking exactly the same. You might actually get some camo on your armor that might help you, you know, lie in the grass better or hide in the bush better or be a bit more unseen at range as opposed to just being like this like light coloured thing walking about in the distance waiting for the sniper to headshot you. Just a bit customization would go a long way, I think. Right guys, this is something that everybody's been screaming for, especially me. Even on Badlanders, I asked them for months and months and months to add it. They finally did, and by the time that added it, it was too late and I didn't need it anymore. Is a friggin' training / shooting range to set your sensitivity, try out new guns. Before you go into a match and get yourself killed because you can't aim, we need some sort of like target range. Just, this gun will work with the 8x scope on because I've tried it in the training range. Instead of going into a game and figuring out, you know, I'm going to have to take this 8x off because it doesn't work. Or, you know, I don't like the advanced tactical scope sight compared to the regular scope sight, you know what I mean? I don't know this until I get into the game because I can't do anything. There's test dummies in the background of the hideout, which there could just be a button on that table, enter shooting range, and go on the shooting range and just literally shoot dummies. It would help loads of players at setting their sensitivities. Instead of looking up videos like mine, you know, I'll copy this guy's sensitivity because it looks decent. Find your own sensitivity outside the game instead of trying to set it shooting bots and then a player comes from your right because you can hear you shooting and you get killed. It just needs to be added to the game just for the sake of it so we can use it, please. Right guys, last but not least is the Marauders, which I think need a bit fixing here. Now, currently you get 4. They respawn really fast, like recharge really fast. Sorry, I can't remember the exact time. You'll have to correct us in the comments. And you can literally die in a game on your Firefly and then spawn straight away back in on your Marauder. Run away, you got killed, pick up your gear, or kill the guy who killed you pretty fast, especially on Factory. Now this needs a bit nerfing, I think. It needs a bit change to make it a bit less overpowered, because by the time you've had a fight with a guy, a decent player, on your Firefly there, on your Firefly, you kill them, you take some of their gear, your gear's absolutely knackered, you've used most of your bullets, and then 2 seconds later when you're going to the extract, here they come on their Marauder with full armour, fully well, not a fully modded gun, but decent ammo, you know what I mean, and they kill you in a couple of shots, take your stuff and then escape, and they've got all their stuff and your stuff back, which it just needs removed. I don't think the Marauders themselves need removed, but the overpoweredness of their gear needs a tweaking, and the frequency which you can use them needs tweaked, and I don't think you should be able to go back into the same game you're just in on your Marauder. It should put you into a different game, because people are just abusing it. There's no real challenge for people anymore. I've been killed, I'll just go on my Marauder, it's fine. I think that's one of the main things that need fixed. I've seen a lot of people on Discords, you know, complaining about it. I'm sick of this game, I'm sick of people spawning the Marauders. It's a hot topic. They need to start paying attention to what the community are saying a bit more and just change it for the better. Anyway guys, that's the end of the video. That's all my opinions, how I think Lost Light needs changed, and it needs changed like this soon. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Comment down below or jump on my Discord server. It is linked in the description. And also, if you'd like to check out Pro Game Player's thumb grips, which I am using in the recordings in the background, make sure you click on the link in the description for that as well. They're dead cheap. They're on sale at the moment, 5% off. You can get them and you can up your game a bit, because that's what I've done. But guys, if you haven't liked the video at this point, please do, and make sure you have subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.